I am scuffing everywhere, bro. What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody? Okay, why is my thing coming in twice? Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, so during this time, could y'all hear the music? Because I see for whatever reason my sonar is coming in twice. Oh Lord, here we go again with the scuff. What's up? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Thank God it's Friday and we're different. Oh, there was no music the whole time. So you mean to tell me? Oh, la verga. I was hearing music in my headphones. Usually, if I hear the music, that means Shay hears the music. Wow. Okay. And I'm double audio. Oh, everything is crashing now. Okay, it looks like I gotta fix my model. I was trying to get it to where it will do pixel for whatever reason. It usually works on pixel, but for whatever reason it was the green screen was getting him out. It's not a bigger screen without the scuff. Is surely isn't. So I'm trying to figure out why am I double? Why is my okay? So is the audio coming in for me twice on you guys? Can you guys hear me twice, or is it just because usually that doesn't it's not supposed to do that. I don't even see chat on my monitor. What the hell? Okay, it ain't supposed to be all the way down here. Is somebody hack into my shit and start doing stuff? Alright, let me the chat box up here. There we go. We can hear you once, but you sound a little like underwater. Yeah, that's because for whatever reason, my stupid system, for whatever reason, it keeps switching my no, my microphone is it's probably Discord because I got Discord up. Let me see. For whatever reason, Discord, if I have it up, it will mess with my mic input options. Studio. All right. How about that? Does that sound better? And it might be let's see. Okay, I don't see. It shouldn't be using my other mic. It only should be using my Yeti mic, so I don't know. Alright. Let's fix that. Alright, let's fix this. Where is me? Here we go. Filters, edit filter. I think it's this one. No. There we go. That's better? Bet. Alright. So, we got a few things to react to. Let me go ahead and pull it up. I'm thinking about doing something a little different. I kind of want to, because I got three collabs this weekend. Two of them gonna be Yap. We're gonna be continuing the Yap with Jigs tomorrow. We're gonna do something kind of special for you guys too. Something that this madman, he comes up with a lot of crazy ideas. And he was like, bro, I have yet to see somebody do this. Let's do it. I'm like, oh, you're like, this guy is a fucking madman. And then I'm gonna be collabing with both Mooberry. No, I think it's Saturday. I'm collabing with Mooberry and Jigs. Mooberry the morning, Jigs that night, and then midnight for Sunday. All right, what up, Yanuka? What up? How you doing, brother? All right, let's go ahead and get it set up. And then I need to get my coffee, because Lord knows I cannot do it without my coffee. Let's see where this is at. Oh, I never reacted to this, the Stellar Blade drama. Okay, so there's two things that's going on with Stellar Blade. So we can go ahead and go back to reacting to, I was supposed to react to this while I was dying with the one chip challenge. But I never actually reacted to this. So let's go ahead and get this going. Oh, what? Why is it starting now? Let me see. And the audio is not playing. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and react to you working on the MT projects. Ooh, nice, nice. All right, so let me go ahead and get my coffee, and then we're gonna get this started. So I'll be right back. Coffee. All right, all right, all right. Let's do this. So, of course, things are still going on with Stellar Blade. People haven't accepted it like Stellar Blade 1. So, this is Altieri video. She did it like, what, 4 days ago? So, let's see what's still going on with Stellar Blade Blood Rain. What up, Anubis? This is the reason why I shipped up went independent? Yup. You don't hear the YouTube audio? Okay, what is going on? Okay, so why is that happening? Because that happened that happened the last time. Like the audio just cut out, so that's probably why Okay, so let's go ahead and remove this. Okay. And let's go ahead and remove this. Alright. Audio. Output. Add source. Alright. So now let's see if that works. Nope, that's not working. Yeah, for whatever reason, my system broke. So I gotta figure out what the hell happened. Okay, so where's the audio? Audio input. Global settings. That's why. For whatever reason, it's so that's why I was hearing this twice. It was using my microphone. No, use this. And that should be the second one. Alright, so let's see now. Nope, don't look like it. Desktop audio sonar. Virtual audio. There we go. But why is my... Could it be the master volume on your streaming software? I have no idea. Like, stuff just likes to break.
She stands at about 5'4", which we don't really know her height. So actually, I'm not really sure what she is. To me, she looks like she could be...
So why is my audio coming in twice? That is so freaking weird. Okay, so it has to be now. Okay, how about... No, it's still doubling for whatever reason. My mic is echoing. Yeah, I don't know why this crap likes to freaking break microphone. No, it shouldn't be the microphone. Alright, how about now? It's... What the fuck? Audio capture. No, I'm not even hearing. I'm not even hearing myself. So that's weird how I'm playing. I'm being doubled up. Sonar. That's it, right? No, chat. Mic. Let's move that to the Yeti. All right. So why is that? Okay, so why is that being played twice? Microphone Yeti. Sonar. Is that? Because for whatever reason, this keeps popping up saying that it changed, and I don't know why it keeps doing that. That's for me to hear. That's the stream mix, and that's the mic. Does the cap? Yeah, it's capturing the mic twice for whatever reason. I don't know why. So how about this? Let me... All right. There we go. Now, can y'all still hear me? Before I get to playing. Okay, good. So it was this. See, whatever reason, I should have just dealt with my BS Turtle Beaches. They was working fine. I paid $400 for this BS, and I'm having nothing but problems, dude. Where my Turtle Beach only cost me $100, and initially I had problems with it, but then it worked themselves out. $400 for these headphones, and look at all the bullshit I'm going through. Jesus Christ! All right.
People are very mad and upset about the new Stellar Blade game.
What else is new?
Called Blood Rain. The director, Kim Hyung-tae, says,
"What is this freaking AI voice? Like, I get it, you don't want people hearing your voice or whatever because you don't like the way your voice sounds or something.
Yes, it is.
Trust me, I understand personally. Yes, but at least use a voice changer or something, because the AI, when they use these AI voices, they don't even have the punctuations and the pauses where they're supposed to be. So it's very distracting from what you're trying to say. Not saying you can't use one, I get it. And some people, they can't talk, they have a stutter, they have an issue with their voice. Sure, why not? At the very least, try to get something that sounds more natural. Play it off in Speechify or something.
He was intentionally made shorter and younger looking.
I beg your pardon?
Okay, since it's coming in loud. And then I hate it because it doesn't pop up on my bar, so I have to go to my see, it keeps doing that. For whatever reason, it keeps doing that. Better but still quite loud. All right.
What's wrong with that? So Evie is what, like a genetically engineered android thing, right? And she looks like she's probably mid-20s, early 30s, whatever. And if she stands at about 5'4", which we don't really know her height, actually. I'm not really sure what she's. To me, she looks like she could be 5'6", but she's also wearing heels in some of her stuff. But yeah, that could mean anything. Now, if they make her like 4 feet, that's freaking weird. But I don't think that's the case.
He believes a smaller character makes intense close.
Yeah. What up, Bear? How you doing? Currently having audio issues. Still having audio issues, but at least y'all guys can hear it, but now it's blowing out your eardrum, so. It's still louder than me? God dang. Okay. That's why it's capturing twice. Okay. Let me see which one.
Quarters. Combat more appealing. A lot of people intend to boycott this game as soon as it releases.
It's playing twice, so let me cut this.
So you asked an AI.
All right, can y'all sit hear it?
People don't even trust
You're sleepy?
themselves anymore to know how old someone looks. You see, this kind of thing, how old?
Look, I got my coffee and like I said, barely. The AI. Oh, I think that's the video. So that's the video within itself. I think she did that on purpose for the AI video. They made it so much lower. It's too low. Still here, but now it's too low. Okay, because all right. So let's increase this.
How does she look, chat? Is what will land people in jail. Because watch the AI
how about
tell
now?
you one day, actually, that person looks like they're 30. You're like, all right, well, ChatGPT said it looks like she's 30. And then you go out with these women and then you use that excuse as age verification.
Now it's fine.
Not
Bet.
only that, but look at what his actual chat says. Like the
No
chat
work today,
results.
so you can.
Beautiful
Hell
facial
yeah.
features, smooth skin with visible freckles,
Vacation.
soft rounded
recover.
cheeks, and a relatively small jawline, typical of mid-teens. Meanwhile,
All
we
right,
have people
bet.
getting plastic surgery that have those exact things and putting makeup and freckles on their face to look like this.
And then what is people's obsession with finding like a young, like, oh, well, this person looks too young. This person looks too young. What is y'all obsession with that? Because when we have actual games that has actual teenage characters and this, that, and the third, hello, mixtape, where you literally have them tongue thrashing and all that stuff, which you get to play, it doesn't give you the option to skip. At least not yet. They might have updated to where you can now skip that cutscene. When you actually have young adult, well, not even young adults, teenagers and stuff like that, doing weird shit, these people champion it. Now, when you have somebody who is of age and they look younger, you know, 18 to early 20s, now it's a problem. Now it's a child. It's whatever.
Honestly, I mean, it's good that people are having the discussion, but it feels like this whole rant is like classic overreach. People are taking a stylized cartoon mixed with realism face and for some reason saying, well, this means everyone who plays it's a PDF. It's super dramatic. And it completely falls apart when you look at the actual character in the media. Mind you, these same people had an issue with the first Stellar Blade, right? With Eve. And Eve's face, if you notice, has that polished, neotenous vibe common in Korean and Japanese
I'm surprised people didn't complain about her.
And in anime aesthetics
Cuff,
too.
cuff.
Big expressive
Just my-
eyes, super smooth kiss,
She's in her 20s, exactly.
Because she
Yes.
is a cartoon
Super
made to look
hypocrites.
a little bit more animated and real. It's this weird mixture between anime and 3D. So,
and what she's talking about is the art style. Because if you look at her eyes, people's eyes are not usually that big, and that's the whole anime aspect of it. Is because when I forgot what they said, but when they make the eyes bigger, it makes the characters look more cuter, and it gives off a I don't know, it gives off a more of a better vibe. So that's why they make people's eyes in like these type of games, like Korean or Japanese games, bigger. You even notice that with Adam. The only reason why people about mixtape is due to the 10 out of 10 IGN rating, which was bottom paid for.
in real. It's this weird mixture between anime and 3D. So, hey, it looks more human, but it is still a stylized cartoon character. I'll get into that later. This whole thing signals youth and femininity. That's what they've been doing with cartoons and animation for the longest time. But these people just woke up yesterday. You zoom out to her full body proportions. She has an hourglass figure. She has a full rack. She has wide hips. Clearly, regardless of what her face looks like, she doesn't even look that young to me here. And look at this guy. He also has the same thing going on with him.
Look, I can't make fun of him too much.
Even though
I'm
he
probably
looks more
shit drawing eyes too.
masculine, not as like soft as she does
IGN
because
now?
of the angles of his
it
jaw,
not,
he is still
what's
made
20
to
years
look
ago?
a little bit more youthful.
Yeah, IGN, it's like most of these platforms, when they start making big money, they start becoming shields because they don't want to lose their early access. They don't want to, pretty much like Angry Joe was before Angry Joe started doing his whole political nonsense. When Angry Joe first came in, he wasn't scared. Eve has that. Oh yes, she does. He wasn't scared of like actually telling these companies the truth about video games and stuff like that, which got him kicked out of a lot of stuff, and he lost a lot of his early access. So that's why he kind of toes the line. He still delivers in most cases. When it comes to video games, he still delivers his fair take, but he does shield a little because he doesn't want to lose his access to, his early access to stuff like that. And that's what IGN and all these other companies do. Once you start getting big enough, you don't want to lose your early access, but no, you should still do that. Now you shouldn't be a complete dick. It'll be just straight crap on the game. You just, you say, hey, this is why this game, I give it a 4 out of 10. Here are the reasons why. Please fix this, and carry on. You can be nice about it. You don't have to be. This game is ass. This game is this. This game is that. So yeah, but IGN, they're a shield company. But it's bad. Like the Superwoman movie. No, Supergirl. It's bad when even the shields is like, yeah, we can't defend this shit. It's bad when even the shields said, yeah, we can't defend this. we can't even try. But anyway.
Even though I'm pretty sure he's probably like 30s, early 30s or whatever. And it's part of...
Adam looked like he's in his mid-20s to me. I don't even see 30s. I see mid-20s.
That cartoon vibe. It's like Final Fantasy, which I thought people understood. I didn't think this was something we'd have to explain in 2026 going onward. I don't see how people get that she's on the edge of 14. But like I said, maybe these people are so accustomed to tasting the youth that everything looks that way to them. And there are a lot of other cultures, Philippines, otherwise, that will have people looking a lot younger than I guess the Western Hemisphere is used to. Maybe it's all the shit in your food that you're eating. I don't know. But all the growth hormones and processed food tends to make people age a lot faster. But if we're gonna have...
I have kind of noticed that, like, a lot of people in my generation and up, we age, like, slowly. But these kids nowadays, it's like, hold on, wait a minute, what? Like, I've literally seen, like, 14-year-olds taller than me. I'm like, what the hell are they fucking feeding you?
Have this issue, then we're gonna have
Harley
to
gives a bad
overhaul
score.
everything
Lord of the
else.
Rings,
Anime
Gollum got a 4 out of 10 when it should have been lower. That should have been a 1.
Most of the Final Fantasy girls, Persona characters, Genshin, all gonna have to go. Sailor Moon, all of them. Now here's a Twitter post that says this woman...
Look at that. She captured Eevee perfectly. And this is a grown woman, by the way. A grown-ass woman. Looks almost exactly 1-to-1 to Eevee. My niece is your height, and she was 10. Damn, that's tall.
Cosplayed as Eevee, the new main character in Stellar Blade 2. Y'all say she looks like a child when this is a grown-ass woman literally recreated the character. Stop thinking about the children for 5 seconds. Now, to be fair, I don't know who this woman is, but she looks like she's in her mid-20s. But because of the hairstyle that she has, the freckles, the lip gloss, because you know how some women are extremely talented where they can make themselves look way younger than they are. It is easy to pull off that look. Someone says this woman still looks 10 years older than Eevee. No, she doesn't.
No,
she looks thinner in the face than she does. This is wild. I don't know. I feel like anything that we say at this point, we're just gonna push back on it because they're jealous.
I was gonna say it was a small tits.
I don't know, but anime style, which this kind of I don't know what you'd call this.
Grown women can't have small
Fantasy type anime style. It's kind of like that middle ground with anime.
So I guess if a grown man has a little Peter Whacker, that means he's a teen or he's a kid. Come on now, we can't do all that.
And 3D animation or whatever. But anime style tends to exaggerate like emotional expressiveness and appeal. So big eyes or cutesy stuff convey innocence and cuteness even in adults.
Yes.
It's stylized fiction. It's not photorealistic, dude. We've had this forever without society collapsing. And I get it, there's some people that hate weeboos and I understand that. But that rant ignores that people normally, on an everyday basis, separate fantasy from reality quite fine. Most fans aren't delusional about real Asian women's bodies. They're enjoying the exaggerated art. And pointing at the AI edits or these cherry pick posts, it does.
And then even with them trying to make the argument of, oh, this is not a real body type, this is not a real body type. She's an android. So of course they're gonna give her the perfect proportions, just like 2B from Nier Automata. They're androids. They're gonna give them the perfect body type of an individual. People don't complain about the male androids being perfectly shaped. Adam, he's not a I kind of don't want to spoil the game, even though the game is like ancient at this point. But even Adam, he's not fully human, and he has a perfect body type. No man is complaining about Adam, how the way he looks. When men see it, it's like, I need to get my ass to the goddamn gym.
Doesn't make the entire fan or people who just want to play a good game these freaking monsters that you're making them out to be. It almost comes off as projection, because most people who looked at this game probably thought, oh, she's an Asian woman, full stop, that was it. And I understand the real problem are the people who specifically chase her because she looks like this, and they see, oh, that's a child, that's something I can. Like, there's some people that will specifically go to Asian countries, and it is kind of weird,
sure
but they will go to Asian countries and try to get a girlfriend from there
it's a scam
because
model.
Asian women.
No, it is the actual body type. It's just, we got a lot of these women in Western society that are, let's just say, they're thick. This me being nice. They're over the body weight, and they don't understand that women still looks like this. Hang on, let me. There's women in the world, even in the West, that still looks like this. It's called eating right and going to the gym and keeping yourself in shape. There's women that still have this body type and popped out many children. I mentioned this a couple of days ago with Jigs. My cousin popped out 2 kids, and for the longest, she still looked like this. Now she's gaining weight because, she's up there in that age now. I think my cousin is, I think she's like 6 or 7 years older than me. So I'm in my 30s. That means she's approaching 40. So now she's starting to pick up that weight, which, mind you, she is still shaped. Yes, she's a little bit thicker, but she's not fat. A lot of these women that let themselves go because whatever reasons, it's hard for them to accept that women like this exist without it being, a child. And then a lot of them don't want to take responsibility or accountability to, you know what, I'm thick, I'm fat, let me go ahead and go to the gym, and let me go ahead and get myself back in shape. Hopefully, she isn't watching you. You might be in danger. Nah, even if so, me and my cousin roast each other all the goddamn time. The first thing she gonna call out is my big ass forehead. So, which if y'all thought my forehead was big, my cousin's forehead is 10 times bigger than mine. Like, I'm telling you, you can watch a 3D movie off of her forehead. Love you, cousin. But no, even me, my brother, which is really my homie, but I've been knowing him since we was children. So I consider him my brother. Me and him are virtually the same height. I am slightly taller than him. He's 5'10", I'm 5'11", He is 168 pounds. And when he said that, I was like, wait, what the fuck? But when you look at our body types, he is nothing but muscles. He looked at how I used to look when I was lean and mean. He was all muscles. And I'm like, God damn, that's 168. He was like, yeah, that's 168. So guess what? I'm trying to get down to 170. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to be a little, I like to have a little thickness on me. I like to have my, I'm at the size I want to be. So that's a realistic body type from both bodies, from both male and female. While Trump is trolling using the Photoshop in Destiny 2. Oh, I seen that. Fun fact, 2B's butt is more polygons in it than the entire Final Fantasy VII game on the PS1. Nah, that's a booty. Bigger forehead than you? That's bold. Bruh. Oh, fuck you. Woo shit. Hey, look, my forehead is a family inheritance, okay? It's a Hormones are a huge problem for some women too. no matter how much we work out and eat right. Yeah, that can happen. And that's fair. When it comes to those type of situations, that is fair. I completely understand how some of those women feel. But most of those women, it's not. It's not. It's baby girl, put down the Twinkies, put down the cookies, put down the cake. Go ahead and let's go to the gym and let's work it out. Let's go for walks. Let's do it.
Average do look younger for their age
The
than Western women do. And because these guys
has more ass
like,
polygons than the
that
entirety of
thing,
Dark and God.
they'll be like, well, if I get an Asian woman, then I can pass. That's suspicious. That's really fucking weird. But that's something that people do because of that reason. Because Asian women, specifically South Korean women, tend to look that way. You know what I also think it is? I think Western people are so used to seeing.
And I think a lot of this stuff too is filters. I know some Asian women they tape their eyelids like this to make their eyes look bigger, and then a lot of this is AI and Photoshop and filters. You really need to play Silver Blade, bro. It is a good game. I'm thinking about bringing it back because I did for the PC. I did blow past the story, and I didn't do the second the second parts of the story. It made me mad, dude, because I could have had a way more powerful Eve fighting Adam. But a lot of these are filters as well. You really can't trust this, especially if their eyelids are that big. They're taping their eyelids. They're taping their eyelids to look like that. And then the lips. This is a filter.
Women characters look so freaking ugly or middle-aged
AB
old
plastic surgery.
that when they do
That too.
actually see someone youthful, it's like a shock to their system or something. These Western games tend to make their women characters on purpose look like something that's meant to evoke rage out of people to want to kick their faces in. And these are stylized too, but they're stylized to look for.
This was the worst atrocity right here. Because the woman that they captured this looks cute. She's cute. And this looks like a man. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna stunt. This looks like what's that guy that played in The Mummy? That looks like him. No disc shipping with the GTA in November pass. I'm not getting. Oh, that's another thing. You know what? Just celebrate, because this is 32 minutes. Let's go ahead and talk about GTA 6. Let's see. I think Tyrone Magnus. Let me see. Okay.
It has begun.
That's another thing. Brandon Fraser. Yes, Brandon Fraser. That woman looked like Brandon Fraser in the face. Let's get to GTA 6 because that is the more hot button topic. People are still crying about Evie.
I told y'all there would be backlash over GTA. I knew it would start.
And that is stupid. Why would you go through the process of making a case and all that just to put a code in it? Stop wheezing the juice. That is stupid. And then GTA 6 is $100. It's $100. Why? Because they locked the full game under that. So they try to put a sleight of hand and saying, "Oh no, it's not $100. The base game is $100. I mean, it's $80. So you can still play the game, for $80. But if you want everything that's in the game, it's $100. So GTA 6 is $100. So that's how they're doing it. They're doing the whole sleight of hand thing. But with this, it's retarded. Just release the disc. What's stopping y'all from releasing the disc at the same time? We have plenty of time between now and November. So what are we doing? And then I'm not even buying GTA 6 anyway because I'm on a PC and I'm PC gaming now. Like, don't get me wrong, I do love my PlayStation Arbor, but yeah, I'm gonna be one of the people that's gonna wait to the PC release of GTA 6.
I knew it would start. However,
First part GTA 6 we'll get away with it anyway. Yep.
We got stores. They're saying they're not going to sell it. Because
the
they're
quality of
not
life is behind the paywall. Yep.
selling physical.
It started off with the early access. If you want to get early access to the game, if you want to get 3 days early access, which I mistakenly did, I participated in it. I paid for the early access because there were some games that fell right on the weekend that I was going to play. So I did the early access thing. But that's what they do. Asmongold said it himself. You're not getting the game. You're not paying to get the game early. You're paying to get the game on time. This is the actual release of the game. So you can pay the $80 to actually get the actual release, or you pay the regular price and you get the game late. So
It's like,
that's what they're going to start
when you bring
doing.
the physical out, that's when we'll sell it, bruh. That's what they saying. So it says here on IGN, some retailers are refusing to sell GTA 6 due to the lack of a disc.
Base.
2 video game retailers have announced
Early
that they will
access, I
not
can
be
call
selling
that
GTA
paying for
6
beta test
due
the
to
game.
the
Maybe
highly
a 3-day
anticipated
access.
title
Yeah, I
not
can see
releasing
that
on
for the
disc.
first patch.
Video Games Plus, a gaming retailer based out of Canada,
Canada.
a home in native land.
If it was
And
the
an
game, you know,
independent
you're gonna
gaming trailer.
play 100%.
I mean, retail.
Paying for early access is okay.
Loot box.
I can see that.
Yeah, I've heard of loot box.
Oh, thank you for the follow, boy
Stated
Saints.
that they won't be selling GTA
I gotta
6.
fix that.
Rockstar Games confirmed this morning that GTA 6 physical versions will not include a disc. Instead, players will have to pick up a boxed copy that includes digital.
And I don't see many women saying that this is not a real body type right here.
Code. The physical version will
I'm talking about
release
Steam
on November
early
12th,
access.
a week ahead of the game's. Wait, the physical version will release on November 12th, a
Yeah,
week ahead
even
of
Steam
the
early access,
game's release.
Even through Steam, that's still a bad thing because now companies are saying, okay, because now what they're trying to do, because now with GTA 6, we have both Nintendo and Grand Theft Auto or Rockstar saying, okay, our game's going to be $80. So guess what? Now all these other companies are now going to start releasing their games at $80. And on top of that, what Rockstar might do, what Nintendo did. Okay, if you want digital, it's $80. If you want the actual physical, it's $90 to $100 or $110 because for Grand Theft Auto in itself is already $100 for the full game. So if you want an actual disc, that'll probably be $110. So that's what they're gonna start trying to do. This is a way to get people to start buying their games through the PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam. Speaking of Sony, yoink, no GTA 6 for you, exactly. They're trying to get people to go with convenience other than actually going out driving to GameStop or Best Buy, Walmart, whatever. Get this case, and then there's not a disc, it's a code. So that's why they're trying to preemptively, make people say, well, it's more convenient if I just pre-order the game on my console and then it automatically downloads. So that way when I go to sleep and I wake up, I can immediately wake up to Grand Theft Auto 6. So that's what they're doing. They're trying to kill physical copies, even with the disc. Nowadays, you don't even get the full game on the disc. You will get either half of it and you need to download the rest to it, or you get parts of it or it's a license or something like that. I forgot what it is. It's something either you don't get the full game or it's a license that you have to download instead of like you just plugging it in and it plays. Like Stellar Blade, when it first released on the disc, you had the game. You can unplug your PlayStation from the internet, plug in Stellar Blade, and it launches right then and there. Nowadays, they don't do it. Before too long, the only people who will be able to afford games are people with no time or desire to play them. Exactly. It's a license. Exactly. And my thing is, if I'm paying for a license, I shouldn't be paying no $80 goddamn dollars. I don't give a damn how much money y'all done spent. If I'm paying for a license, it should go back to like $65.
So that players can pre-download the game.
You got a license to play Mario?
Okay, using the codes.
You're gonna have both Nintendo and the UK government on your ass.
Pointed to its policy on not selling games that only offer digital codes, and as a result, it will not sell the biggest game of 2026. The retailer noted that this isn't a reflection of Rockstar Games or the game itself, but argued that it's part of their goal of preserving physical media. And that's a big thing. People want their physical media, even if it has to be a disc that enables you to download it.
Yeah.
Or a key card that enables you to download it. They want to be able to preserve it in that way.
Yep. Woo! No, you won't own nothing and we're going to tell you to like it. You're not going to like it. Because what they already doing now, even in movies I've seen this, where if you watch a theatrical movie or the director's cut, and if it has access to the internet, they can go and digitally alter your CD or your Blu-ray disc. Funny pause face. But they can go in and digitally alter a movie that you have made, even on a Blu-ray disc. No, not a Blu-ray, digital. If you do anything digital, they can go back, alter it, and technically they change something. And I think that should be illegal. I think if they alter a disc, if I paid for this disc and it came one way, and you go into that movie and you alter it, and it's a different thing, y'all took out something, I should get a refund because that's not what I paid for. And that's what they want to do. They want everything subscription. So if they don't get no money, boom, just remove the game. Thank you for the follow on Kick too, Void. Thank you. It's because you don't have the right the first sale for software. That we need to update those times, and the gaming software is already fighting. No, it's vehicle manufacturers are already fighting back against that because they're trying to do the same thing to where, oi, you have a license to repair your car, mate? Oh, you don't have a license to repair your own vehicle? You got to bring it to the dealership. Oh. That oil change is going to cost you $500, bro. And that's what they want.
To be able to trade it, to be able to sell it, if need be, they want that. Okay? People are very cognizant of what's going on with physical games starting to disappear. So,
but people are not fighting back. When people realize that our wallet is stronger than these companies, that's when enough of this shit would stop. If people say no more of this until y'all start listening to the customer and do what we want, y'all gonna start losing money and actually hold them accountable. That's when all this stuff will stop. This when all this anti-consumerism will stop. But people want to play their video games. I get it. Life is hard for a lot of people right now. A lot of people's hurting. So people don't want to deal with this shit. They just want to. I got a long day at work. I got my ass kicked at work. I got chewed out by my damn boss. My bank account is on E or is running low. I just want to sit. I just want to get home, turn on my computer, and play my video games. I ain't trying to deal with none of this stuff. So a lot of people are going by and just, going with the convenience, and they don't want to fight. And I understand, but us not wanting to fight are now getting stuff like this to where now we don't get digital. Now we don't get physical copies no more. Now instead of us buying the game, and we can do whatever the hell we want outside of burning it onto another disc and then redistributing it. Now it's a license that they can take away from us anywhere. You got 500 subs on the line if you need content for the next 20 minutes. Download Mecha. What is that? Hang on. That's Kick Bounties. Let me make sure. Oh, that's actual Kick. Okay. Thanks, Kick. Content for the next. Download Mecha community and went around painful. If I wasn't only doing 2 hours, I would have did that. But thanks, Kick Bouncies. So that's actually them. Like everybody got confused. It was like, hold on, is that a bot or what the fuck? Oh, but I was saying before I seen that,
Bruh.
What? But and thank you for the one Kick, Yunuka. But yeah, if everybody collectively actually says no, and enough of this will stop. This will stop because trust me, the reason why a lot of these companies are now starting to take wokeness out of video games now is because they've been bleeding money, and building a modern audience is taking too long. At first, they was willing to take the initial hit because they thinking they was building a modern audience. Modern audience ain't showed up yet. They're trying, but they haven't showed up yet. So that's why now they're starting to take a lot of the wokeness out of video games. If people support more of the stop killing games, we start making bills for these companies to stop killing our games. If y'all gonna cut off the live support of games, it needs to be a way for us to still continue to play the game offline, especially single player games. I don't know why single player games always need to be connected to the internet. It just need to be, hey, we got an update, get it, all right, bet. And what's up? And yeah, if I bought the shit, I own it. It ain't no goddamn license. Outside of like the copyright, I can't like rip it and then redistribute it. I can understand that. But if I bought the shit, I should be able to play it no matter how long. I don't care if it's like 10, 20, 30, 50 years. If I still have it, I should still be able to play it. And that, bro, was for the lack of physical media. Oh, okay. I got you, Anubis. I mean, emulation is a thing, and it's not hard to figure out. And, of course, that's why companies really don't like that we're talking about of thousands of games. Even they're trying to get rid of emulations. They're trying to do away with that. Just be careful for the bait and switch on good properties. Bet.
Even though it is true, 80% of sales
I can
are
still hear
digital.
him. I'm not going to pull a Hassan.
You know, I remember when you guys first told me that I could do that. When I first bought the Arkham Knight bundle for the PS4, you guys got me back into gaming. And I remember I was on a live stream and you guys were asking me to play a particular game. And I was like, yeah, I ain't had a chance to run to the store to get it. They're like, you can download it. I was like, what? I was like, wait, what? You guys had to explain it to me. Yeah, all you need is a PlayStation Network, and you use that, you buy it, and you can download it. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Apparently, you could do it since the PlayStation 3. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm. I didn't start downloading games until, like, I think the 4. I think Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
No, it wasn't even Spider-Man.
I felt that was a major convenience. I was like, oh, this is so convenient.
I don't remember what game I started.
I
know I started on PS4.
Whenever I want. I love it. However, over the years of being a YouTuber and a gaming YouTuber, I started to realize the pros and the cons to it. And I was like, So, for nearly 40 years, VGB has committed to supporting physical media and preserving the value of physical game ownership, reads a statement from VGP. Quote, as a part of our commitment, our company policy, that we do not carry physical products for video game consoles that contain only a digital code. Based on the information currently available, the physical release
and what
of
up,
Grand
Addy?
Theft Auto 6 for the PlayStation 5
Addy, I'm sorry,
and
what up,
Xbox
Addy?
Series X is expected to be a coding box product. As a result, VGP will not be offering it for sale under our current company policy. You know, it makes me think too, aren't there certain Blu-rays that are like triple layer or something like that? I've heard of them. I heard guys talking about them before. And it was like, well, they could put them on there if they wanted to and make it, you know, because I hear it's going to be huge. Yeah, the game's going to be huge. It's not going to fit on one Blu-ray. You know what I mean? So, I personally do not like the inconvenience of 2 Blu-rays or 3 or 4, whatever it is, to have to take them out and use. I don't like that. I would actually be willing to pay a little bit more.
No. We need to stop saying we're going to be willing to pay a little bit more because these companies are going to take over. Imagine Ubisoft trying to charge $80 for the bullshit they've been cranking out. But Mr. Medicor is the personification of no else given. He quote posted something about a WBNA, I think it's WNBA star. Let's see, Kaiten Clark going to the hospital because she got punched in the throat. Damn, why'd she get punched in the throat? Damn.
Or disc that had them all, if there is one that can contain it. Um, oh man, there's something I was going to say in reference to that.
I think it can contain it. I
I
don't
can't
think they need
remember.
like
Damn. So Lootbox Gaming echoed a similar
two
philosophy,
discs.
noting that since GTA 6 doesn't come with a disc, it won't sell the game. When we started LBG, it was out of love for our favorite form of media, gaming, as well as the preservation of said media, said the company. If a product can't honor the people who pay their hard-earned money to purchase it, then we have no business trying to sell it to our customers, whom we value above anything else. Yeah, well, they know they know that they'll make it up when the physical one comes out, because
And then it's only doing nothing but taking up space. Like you got the box, but you ain't got the disc. Like so, it ain't gonna do nothing but take up space. Where I can, instead of just taking up space on the shelves, I could put games that actually has the disc in it. And this all started with Horse Armor and Oblivion. Yup.
all the physical gamers are going to go to them. GTA's lack of a disc appears to be a security measure. Yeah, that's what I heard. It was a security measure to keep things from leaking out, because this one just happened to, this box just happened to fall off of a truck, you know? Yeah, and then people got their hands on it.
Nah, because can't they just lock the disc behind a code as well? I understand it, because most of these discs now requires internet. So if you was to plug it in, not only that, I think Sony also has a timer on the PlayStation too. So even if somebody was to steal the game, I think the PlayStation both has a timer on it too, so where it won't even let you play the game unless the game has been released. I remember when Ubisoft pulled this stunt with the collector's edition of Might of Magic Heroes. I don't know that Roman numeral. Wait, 7 Might of Heroes 7. It was supposed to come with both the game and the soundtrack disc. That's another Ubisoft L.
In order to prevent leaks and control their access to the game.
But
Although,
yeah,
you know what I don't like? There's no early access to pre-ordering.
I remember
I
CD
was
Keys.
watching the
Yeah,
video I was like, yeah, there's no early access.
I know they locked the
You can at
game
least do
both on the
that.
PlayStation and the
Given that it's arguably the
I know
most
the
anticipated.
console do it,
Just-
because I know there was one way they will unplug the PlayStation and then try to run the game like that. And even on the system itself, it won't do it unless it's the certain date. You have a PS4. I could recommend a game if you like a turn-based RPG, and all of it's on this. Nah, I have the PS5 now. I don't have the 4.
They had released
And
it.
I'm not really into turn-based games. I'm thinking about getting Expedition 33 because that game looks so beautiful and a lot of people have fun with it. I'm not really into turn-based. I like doing stuff in real time.
Entertainment history, there are concerns that the game could get taken from a manufacturing plant, fall off a truck, or be sold early by retailers, leading to leaks. Perhaps Rockstar will release a physical version with a disc in 2027 once all the hype has died down. Major retailers like GameStop, Amazon, I would just ship them a week after.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I would have them all.
But no, thank you for the
Or
recommendation.
maybe the day of, start pressing them. Just start the day of release, start pressing them, and then start sending them out to stores so that the people could get the physical versions. You know what I mean? So
they
it is what it
implemented a
is. I know it
check-in
came out
15
last
days
night.
after
I actually
purchasing.
stayed up
They get a
last
permanent
night
license
till 12,
to
even
nip
later,
getting the game from
because I was
Freebug.
hoping there was probably going to be a trailer for it that I could react to, but there wasn't.
I think
So I lost.
I think that's kind of stupid. I can see why, but I think that's kind of stupid. It should be like a special code or a special license. It should be something within the software that they can plug into the game that once you initially download it and once you fire it up, it will check it right then and there, and then boom. Once it checks it right then and there, and it's locked. Like for digital downloads, well, because you can't lock it to that specific. I think it should be locked to that specific account. So just in case your PS5 or PS6 or whatever breaks and you go get another one, and you can re-download all your stuff to that one. So I think it should be locked to a specific account, not the console itself. I think it should be a one-time check upon. Pretty sure it's DRM. Yeah, that's the whole 30 days. You have to
Sleep over that. Ended up getting up later as usual. That's why I'm doing my first video at 1 o'clock right now. And yeah, so hopefully we get a trailer today. I know Capcom's got something coming on at 5 for them. So Onimusha's going to be on that. And if you ain't seen my demo gameplay.
But yeah, another perfect face. Yeah, I think it's kind of hang on, let me bring this up. Let me that way. Like, I don't get me wrong, I do like showing the back end, but there's some things I kind of don't want y'all to see. I want y'all spying on my
ugly or middle
my ASMR videos. I don't need y'all judging me on that. All right, let's see. Where is it? It's at the bottom. Okay. Here's something I wanted to talk about because I have a coworker who just recently told me that she bought a Toyota Corolla. She bought the mid version of it, and it cost her $28,000. So you bought the trim above base model, and now we're at a point to where a mid-grade Toyota Corolla is now $28,000. And of course, you know that's not the final price. So depending on her credit, how much money that she slapped on the table, you know, on a down payment, she's looking anywhere between upwards of, I want to say $30,000 to $34,000 for a freaking Corolla mid package. That's one hell of an option package. I'm saying. Not each month. You just need to check between 15 to 30 days once. I purposely prefer physical, but I will burn an image of the disc so it doesn't get wear and tear. Okay, I see, but I don't like the whole DRM stuff. I think once you fire it up, it should check right then and there. If it's a legit copy, boom. It should you shouldn't need no DRM, or you need to be online every 15 to 30 days.
Walk into a car dealership and fall in love with that perfect car, and the salesperson asks you that one simple question: what monthly payment works for your budget?
Don't answer that question.
Congratulations. You just lost thousands of dollars if you answer that question. So here's what really just happened. The moment you answered that question, you stopped negotiating the price of the car and started negotiating how long you'll be making payments.
You always want to negotiate the out-the-door price of the vehicle, never the monthly payment. If you give up, if you tell them how much you're willing to pay for it a month, you lost.
That's exactly what they want. Let me show you how this plays out in real-life numbers. So let's say you tell them you can afford an $800 a month car payment. They smile and they say, great, we can work that out. What they don't tell you is they just added $3,000 to the price of the car and stretched your loan out from 5 to 7 years. Your payment is $800 just like you wanted, but now you're paying an extra $7,000 in interest and fees over the life of that loan. The car business has trained us to think about monthly payments instead of total costs. It's brilliant for them, but devastating for you. So here's how you're gonna flip that script and take control. First, negotiate the price of the car before you ever dive into the financing. Not the payment, but the price.
Yeah, when I had bought my car, I told them that I don't want anything over $30,000, and they even asked me the monthly payment. I said it don't matter as long as my vehicle is under $30,000, and that's pretty much how I got my car. And also, I even had I went to my bank before I went to the dealership and got a pre-qualified I actually got pre-qualified. I had everything and set up and all that stuff. So I had all that before I even went to the dealership.
It's non-negotiable if you want to win. When they ask you what payment you're looking for, you're going to say, I'm not discussing payments yet. What's your best price on the vehicle? They're going to push back. They'll try to redirect you onto those payments again, hold firm.
Yeah, Asman had a pretty funny take on the marathon players in one of his recent videos. Okay, we'll check that out.
Price first, financing second. Next, if you're buying new, don't waste your time driving from dealership to compare pricing. Figure out exactly what you want, then call 5 dealerships, tell them the exact make, model, trim, color, whatever you're looking for. Ask them what their best price is out the door. Tell them to send you an email or call you. Don't go into the sales pitch. Let these dealers compete for your business while you sit at home and work and make some money. The lowest price is going to win. Next, remove the emotion from the deal. The fastest way to overpay for anything is to fall in love with it before you negotiate. While you're at the dealership, act like any car will do. There are 50 others just like it at other dealerships. The moment they sense you're emotionally invested, your negotiation power vanishes. I know that's hard. You found the perfect color, the interior is exactly what you want. You can already picture yourself driving it. Push that aside for a minute. This is a business transaction.
You want to hide all that emotion. Only show emotion once you drive the vehicle out off the dealership. You don't want to give them emotion because that's another way how they get you.
And we're going to treat it like one. So fourth, understand that buying the car in one deal day is not your best process. When they don't meet your price, you're going to leave. Don't argue. Don't get emotional.
Stand
Just
up
say,
and
I
walk
appreciate
away.
your time, but that doesn't work for me. And you walk out that door. Now, here's the secret they don't want you to know. If it's the 20th, 25th of the month or later, walk away. Dealerships and salespeople normally have monthly quotas. If they're not going to hit their quota or they're close to it near the end of the month, you might be getting a phone call. They'll suddenly find a way to meet your price if it means hitting their goal. I've seen this happen dozens of
In school
times.
instead of
The
underwater
deal that was impossible on Tuesday
Yep.
becomes totally.
And that's what I think that needs to go back in schools, like actual real life things, and not necessarily like negotiating the car price and stuff like that. I think that should be something that's learned, like, from the parents, but they do need to teach like finances, APR. If you buy a car at this price, at this rate, how much you're going to be paying in total things, credit cards, if you're making a purchase on this thing, and if you only paid a monthly payment with this percentage of interest on it. I think they should teach that life skill. But this, I always tell people when it comes to buying a vehicle, always go to YouTube first. Go to YouTube first. Because, because most people don't know how to buy cars. But YouTube, when I bought my car, I went to YouTube. I learned, go to the bank, get pre-qualified, use the pre-qualification to get the dealership to compete. Lucky for me, the dealership where I got my car, I already worked with my bank. So they still shot it out to the other banks because it's competition, but my bank had the best price. So they was like, shoot, there's nothing too much we could do. And then they started doing the whole options. Oh, we got Gap. Oh, we got the maintenance package. We got this. So that's another area that they get you in.
Totally doable on the 29th. Same car, same buyer, different motivation. Next, I recommend you put down as little as possible. I know that sounds backward. Everything you've ever been told says put down more and lower the payment. But here's the reality. The moment you drive off that lot, car's gonna lose 20% of its value. If you put $5,000 down, next week that $5,000's gone. Insurance covers what the car's worth right now. So keep your cash. You can always make extra payments.
You want to at least put down your tax title and your title and then something else. You always want to put that at least $3,000 to cover those things. Registration, your tax title and registration. You always want to at least cover that. So that's kind of I can see where she's going with that, and that's but you always want to at least put something down. You don't want to. You never want to go to a dealership and not put anything down. Do 0%. You're gonna get fucked on the APR.
Later if you want to pay it off faster, but you can never go back and get that down payment money back. Next, another strategy you might try is to bring your own financing. Before you ever get into that dealership, you can get pre-approved from your bank or credit union, walk in with a check in hand or know that financing is ready. Then you can tell them, my credit union already approved me at 5%. Can you beat that? Many times they can't, but if they can, great. You just save some money and you have leverage. So here's what this looks like in real practice. Let's say you've decided you want a specific SUV. You call 5 dealerships. 3 of them come back between 34, 35,000. One comes back at 32,000. One doesn't respond. You're going to call the $32,000 dealership and say, I have another dealer at 31.5. Can you match it? Even if you don't, they'll either match it or they won't. If they won't, you tell them you'll think about it, and then you can call them back. You walk away. It's the 22nd of the month, so you wait. On the 28th, your phone rings. They're at 31.2 if you'll come in today. So you just saved $2,800 by being patient and being willing to
never believe them, because
walk away.
I did that with my car. I walked away. I was like, yeah, let me think about it. And I went home, and the dealer was like, oh, well, hey, Mr. Bro, there's already people looking at it. I was like, well, that's good for you. That means you got a sale, right? That car was still there that morning. So you're not playing the game? Good. Nope, I'm doing reacts on Fridays morning. I do reacts and just yapping with you guys.
When you show up, you already know the price. You're pre-approved for financing. You're not emotionally attached. They ask you how much you want to put down. You say nothing. I'm financing the full amount. They might try to upsell you a bit on some extended warranties and gap insurance and paint protection. You can just say no to all of it. You sign the papers, you got the keys in hand, you drive home, you just won. And you got a sweet new ride.
Mr. Bro, yep.
Most people do the exact opposite in this scenario. They walk in with no plan, fall in love with the first car they see.
Like I said, one thing I can recommend you getting with the dealership is maybe Gap. But that's something you also call your insurance with, because sometimes your insurance will offer a better Gap than the dealership, and then sometimes the dealership would do it too. So that's the thing I would recommend. If you do get Gap, is only get it through your current insurance provider or the dealership. Well, I'm done studying for today. Hell yeah. Welcome in, man. Relax and kick back. And maintenance. Maintenance can go a long way too if they got a good maintenance package, because sometimes that shit can get a little expensive. So what are we talking about right now? I was just going over like how to better Rhinosaur. Thank you for the follow on Kick. Just going over like better ways to negotiate car prices, because these cars nowadays are way overpriced. And the main reason why I wanted to go over this, because one of my co-workers just told me she bought, what the hell is Gap? Gap is pretty much when you get into a car accident and let's say you still owe more on your car than what your car is worth. Gap will fill in the gap between the car value and what you own it. So a lot of times, some Gap will pay for it all the way, and then sometimes it'll pay like a certain percentage. So even if they total out your car, if you owe more than what the car is worth, that's where Gap control comes in. Well, there are good skills. So that's why I recommend Gap. Because nowadays with these car prices, they're way overpriced, and a lot of people who bought cars between 2020 and now realize that I'm paying $30,000. Oh wait, I still owe $30,000 on a $20,000 vehicle. So that's where Gap control really is saving people. But now dealerships and insurance companies are aware of that. So now when Gap used to cover it 100%, now they doing certain percentages. Had to switch the Kicks to save your phone battery. You have a life hack? What's the life hack, man?
Negotiate those monthly payments and then refuse to leave without that car. They put down every dollar they have and finance it through the dealership because it's convenient at whatever rate they offer.
Have your grandfather save a mechanic life.
Then they wonder why they're upside down on their loan 3 years later.
And also learn how to fix your vehicles. A lot of things that you can do it yourself. You can change your own brakes. You can change your own oil. Yeah, getting started does sucks. Buying the but you can do most things with a simple toolbox. You don't have to get the fancy high impact and all that. No, a lot of stuff you can simply buy a toolkit, your basic ass toolkit from Walmart, and you can do a lot of stuff yourself. Like brakes. Now, a brake, depending on what type of brakes you have, you do need a tool, but that tool is super cheap. You can get it at O'Reilly's for like $20, I think, if you do your brakes. He sells some cars in pretty good prices. Nice. So he buys cars, repairs them, and then flip them. My brother does that with trucks. I think if I do get another vehicle, I'm gonna get my truck from him. But yeah, and guess what? He does. It took him some time, but he got all the tools, and he buys cars, he fixes them, and yeah, Harbor Freight. Yeah, if you, that's like when you get Harbor Freight is when you've been working on your car a good minute. When you learn it, you don't have to get the Harbor Freight stuff. You can get the Walmart stuff with suffice. But yeah, I learned how to change my oil. I learned how to change my I learned how to do the tune up on my vehicles. Both my my Ford when I had the Ford Focus, the accent. I even changed the spark plugs and everything on my Camaro. Changed the oil on my Camaro. I did the brakes. I did the bearings. I replaced the bearings on my Camaro. What else? I almost replaced the fuel injector, which that was scary for me because that was the first time I was actually diving into the engine itself. But it was super cool, man. Me and my brother had that damn thing in like under an hour. We had the damn head off, and we was looking at the fuel injectors, which that was freaking crazy. But let's see. Let me go ahead and go back to this. I know Anubis brought up something with Asmongold. Where is it? Sony implement. Remember Ubisoft? Where is it? You said something about Asmongold reacting to something. Change the starters out before. Yup. I never did that. I never changed the starter. I remember why Miss Mediocre. Where is it? Where's the one with Asmongold? And Noobs, if you're still here, because I can't see them, I can't even see. I can't even go all the way back up. Well, that's weird. That's new. You usually let me scroll all the way up. Truck as in like a 12 wheel. Oh hell no, I ain't doing that. No, he gets like he buys like old Dodge Rams 1500s. I know I mentioned Asmongold's latest vehicle, not that part of your Discord. Oh, it was you. I thought it was Anubis. Okay, my bad, Renaissance. My bad. Okay, let me latest Asmongold latest video. Everyone saw this coming?
At what?
This was auto playing. All right. All right. Oh, everybody saw this coming.
Take a look at this.
Oh, my Discord. I do have a Discord, but I'm not releasing it until I get like 500 followers on YouTube. So I do have a Discord. I just haven't I haven't opened it yet. I want to make sure I get. I want to make sure when I open the Discord, it's not a ghost town. Okay. Also, I'm gonna have to change it out. The fluids, but soon the fluids are easy. Yeah, the fluids are super easy. I think the only ones that's difficult is the transmission fluid, and I think the radiator. I think those you have to bleed. You can't just simply. No, I think the radiator you can just do a cap. I know the transmission you have to bleed it out, and the brake fluid you have to bleed those out. But everything else, there's like a little cap, and if you ever do it with the radiator, do not, I repeat, do not try to change the radiator fluid while it's hot. You will deeply regret it. Have you charged the AC before too? Electrical issues, transmissions are the shit you don't want to deal with. Yeah, any type of electrical and transmission. Only time with the transmission is maybe changing out the fluids, but if it's anything to do with the transmission, it's better to take it out into the dealership or your local mechanic. I mean, you're at 479 on YouTube, and it's not that many to get to 5. Wait, I'm at 479 on YouTube. Wait, when? Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Oh no, that's 479 videos. I got 439 subscribers, so I'm 11 away from doing the karaoke stream. What up, Ruby? You're lurking and just woke up, and you need to get to the doggos before they arrive. Bet. Thank you for the lurk, Ruby. I just say no. That's I have 479 videos. I'm about to say, wait, what? When did that happen? If you're dumb enough to mess with the radiator when it's hot, you deserve the headache that comes with that learning experience. That's gonna be more than a headache. That's gonna be a lot more than a headache. And let me go ahead and show Asmongold's chat, because Asmongold's chat usually be saying some funny stuff. Yo, Dutch Matrix is here. Yep, we got the one, the lonely, the legendary Dutch Matrix. All right, so what's going on?
It just goes to show y'all would have shat on anything Bungie would have dropped that wasn't Destiny. First up, Big Red. 62% of the player base inside of Marathon were fucking Destiny players. This was already confirmed by multiple sources.
I'm surprised it's so low.
62%. Are you shitting me right now?
And Marathon ain't looking too good. I mean, Bungie's trying to keep it alive, but we already know it's Concord 3. Marathon is Concord 3.
Marathon fans are retarded.
Damn.
They need to be put in an institution. They need to be put in jail.
I wouldn't say jail.
Every single one of them is delusional.
Damn.
They're so delusional. They're crazy. They're dumb. Like, what are we doing? Really? There's Marathon fans? Yeah. The
And that's a
Goylag?
completely different game.
The Goylag?
I like it.
It's
the
not even a
Goylag.
looter. Yet
The
there were
Goylag.
people,
Yeah.
myself included, that played Marathon when it came out. Why?
I did. I played Marathon. I'm a Bungie fan. I like Bungie.
I didn't. The only thing outside of Halo, when Bungie separated and went to Sony, I played Destiny 1. I liked it. I had a lot of fun with it, but it got old pretty fast.
Bungie.
Because we were dumb fucks. That's why. I fucking thought it was going to give me a D3. That's
Yeah.
what I fucking thought.
Yeah. You were stupid and you played
And
a
don't
video
get me wrong.
game.
There was elements of Marathon I genuinely enjoyed.
Yeah, me too. Like when I turned it off.
It just goes to show.
When I turned it off. And so anyway, Goy personality disorder. I'm going to have to maybe add some more of those. I am. It's really good though. Yeah, got him. So anyway, 62% of the player base in Marathon were Destiny players. So as a response to that, they canceled Destiny. I don't really even understand this at all. But anyway, yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous.
So they canceled Destiny to try to force people to play Marathon? That's not very smart.
Stop taking your rage and directing it at a fellow Bungie fan while the higher-ups and studio executives continue to profit at the death of beloved franchise. Infighting won't make Destiny 3 happen. I mean, you're right about that. I'm seriously considering next week playing Destiny 2. I think that, well, actually, it's not even next week. What is today? It's a Thursday. So probably just this coming week, right? I mean, like, you know, at the end of the weekend or something like that, maybe on Sunday or Monday or something like that, I'll play Destiny 2 for the first time. I don't want to acknowledge it or say it's going to happen for sure. But Star Fox today, we're doing Star Fox today. I'm worried that I'm going to mess it up and it's not going to download right because I haven't used my Switch since I got it. But, you know, we'll see what happens, right? On stream? No, I'm going to play the entire thing off stream. I'm only going to tell you about it. No, of course I'm going to play it on stream, man. Yeah, definitely. All the DLC is $25. Yes, today's Star Fox. It is. Very, very big day. I'm excited. So, anyway.
Kodiak reacted to a video breaking down Destiny 2 design failing. Okay. You shoot me the link to that?
Destiny.
Or can you type up the video? Because I think I got links blocked on Kick.
Let me just look at actually what Bungie said about this, because I thought this was kind of funny. And where did it go? Okay, here we go. With great sadness, we are announcing it. Okay, let me go and find it. Alrighty. Welcome home. All right. So, should I do it? Is it time?
God damn. He got it. He got that shit ready to go. Damn. Oh, damn.
I hit him with it. I'm like, this is a big one. This is a really, really, really big one. Cold-blooded. Yeah, it's time.
He cold-blooded.
It's 50% of Bungie laid off. The prophecy must be fulfilled. I didn't even want to do this. I want you guys to understand this. Like, I didn't want to have to post this again. They made me post this because of how annoying they are. I don't want to do this. This isn't like me. I'm not having fun right now. Nobody should be having fun. Nobody should be laughing. It's not funny. It's just really sad, right? It is. And so let's go. All right, we have to remain consistent, though. We have to stay strong. So with great sadness, this is from Bungie, and it came out a few hours ago. With great sadness, we are announcing a reduction in force as we reorganize Bungie. That means they're
firing. We ain't making enough money, and it's time we cut heads.
Firing a lot of people. As the leaders of Bungie, past and present, we recognize Destiny 2 fell short of expectations these past several years. Following our final content update on Destiny 2, and with our future projects still in early incubation. Well, you've got your early projects in incubation, and you have Marathon and intubation. So it's not really a good thing to have. And Destiny 2 has been doing great, but you're just ignoring it, and it's dying. So that's it. Nobody cares. I guess so. And
And that's even before they released Marathon. Had they just would have listened to their audience, the people who was playing Destiny 2, the people who, enjoyed the game. Had they would have listened to those people and implemented those changes, Destiny 2 would have been a thing. Destiny 2 would still be would have been successful, but they don't listen to their audience, and look where we are now.
We unfortunately could not continue operating at our previous size. So what does that mean? We could not continue operating our previous size. We have to cut 50% of the staff because we decided to kill our biggest game. It's smart, of course. Obviously, people are going to do that. We know this decision has a profound impact on the people affected, their families, friends, and teammates.
I ain't got 2.5 hours.
These changes are necessary to best position the studio now and for the future. This does not lessen the difficulty of this moment or the impact of those affected. Now, I'm going to be real. I'm going to give maybe a hot take. Stop making these posts. They're not helping anybody. All they do is provide people that don't like you a chance to dunk on you. You know who really does a great job at making posts like this? Google. Google does. They don't make any posts. They don't say, Facebook does. They don't say anything. Yeah. It's just everybody comes in and they say, why isn't my key card working? And then they're like, sir, you're trespassing on the premises. Wait, I work here. No, you don't. Not anymore. Can I get my stuff? It's already been sent to the trash compactor. Now you're going to jail. The police are coming to arrest you for being at the building you're not supposed to be at, right? Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. Exactly. So that's the way that you handle this. Making these PR posts.
No, you just get everybody in the room and say, hey, today's going to be your last day. Sorry, buddy.
About, oh, wow, we're so sad to fire everybody.
They're not.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, but who gives a fuck if you're sad about it? You still did it. So I don't see any sort of real sympathy for these companies. It just feels like a really, really pathetic corporate way of doing damage control. And I don't understand why companies do it. And so anyway, later we will share more about the future with you all, but today is not that day. Today is not that day. Yeah, I guess it's not. Today, we wish to extend our gratitude and compassion to every member of the Bungie team who has been impacted and to those who remain.
Nope, this is PR speak. They don't give a damn.
We hope you will do the same. Well, I sure.
Because if they really cared, they would have actually listened to the audience that's playing the game, and they would have done everything possible to make the game a more success. They didn't do none of that. They just did it how they did it. They ran it how they ran it. people complained, and those people that complained, they got tired of it, and they left. And now people are getting fired.
Did. No, I sure did. I definitely did. Oh, yeah, for sure. And so anyway, let's read some of the comments of what people are saying to Bungie. Die in agony.
Damn.
They went woke. I was let go from Bungie today and lost my medical coverage, which supplies my hormone replacement therapy, paid for by my top surgery. This is very difficult.
That might be a troll. That might be somebody that's trolling.
Time in our community. Thanks for the great memories. Destiny will be my favorite game. What did we learn? Who could have seen this coming? I thought Marathon was a smashing success. I wonder what happened. I'm not a fan of Destiny at all, but the numbers don't lie. I wonder what happened. By the way, what they're saying about this is that, so if you inspect closely about this photo, you'll see that this is all guys.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's one girl there. And now it's all women. And so happy International Women's Day. Can you imagine having this many total women at like...
And not even just women. We can see the usual suspects right here. Right here. Her hair's kind of wild, but she might be cool. Let's see. Oh, right here. Right here. Right here. Oh, what the hell? What? When did Ed Sheeran started working for Bungie? What the fuck? Oh, right here. Right here. Definitely you. Definitely you. Yep.
Like a video game company? Oh my god. Like, unless you have like a cafeteria or something, there's no reason to have this. But for some reason, they thought it was a good idea. And now
I wouldn't even trust these women to make my food. I'm sorry. I wouldn't even trust them to make my food, bro.
we have a game like Marathon. That's it. So it's real. Yeah. And to be fair, it's International Women's Day. Okay, guys, it's International Women's Day.
Oh, celebrating our women and non-binary developers. Yep.
So we have to, remember that. Marathon caused this. Yeah, it's just embarrassing. I fixed it, guys. This is what it should have said. Zero empathy from me. Your fans have been warning about you about this for years. Go fuck yourselves. And what is this here? Any last words? How's Marathon? Is this a Marathon fan right here? Marathon literally has nothing to do with it, dumbass.
In the grand scheme of things, yes, it does, because if Marathon was successful, then Destiny could have been a lost leader. Both are failing, so guess what's costing them more money? Destiny. So that's why they're cutting off Destiny and focusing more on Marathon.
Uh-huh, sure they don't. You fucked around and now you're finding out. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you to all the devs at Bungie who poured their heart and soul into the game and the community. Destiny is one of a kind. To some of the higher-ups, we have a different message, but we'll save that for another day.
Damn.
This guy's a streamer, Grenadier Jake. So, yeah, oh, there it is, Marathon again. Fuck around and find out. Did we own the chuds? Isn't it crazy how many of these other studios have had this happen? I mean, I feel like Blue Point doesn't deserve to be here, right? But some of the other ones definitely do. And so, yeah, Blue Hair is 24. I guess so. And so, yeah, 7 Cinema, it's brutal. Yeah, I mean, like, it's hard to believe you made one of the greatest franchises ever with Halo. What went wrong? I'm gonna be real, by the way. You seem to be blessed with an overabundance of bigotry and ignorance. Your post shows us clearly who you are. No wonder you're anonymous. I love how, like, they're trying to shame people for doing this. Yeah, nobody wants to show their face because freaks like you will harass people in real life.
Yep.
And one day, it's going to happen to you. And when it does, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to make content out of it.
No, they're gonna do it. We shouldn't do this, guys. Cease fire. We shouldn't do this. These people love to push this whole cancel culture thing. And they love to do it, but then right when it comes for them, we shouldn't do this. This is wrong, guys. This is wrong. Please don't ruin my life, like the life that the many people that I've ruined, the people that I call bigots and all that stuff. No, please don't do what to me what I've done to them. No. You live by the sword, you die by the sword, bitch.
I'm gonna think it's fucking hilarious, and it already does. A lot of these people get harassed like crazy. So anyway, yeah, they call your job. Yeah, they try to get you harassed and like fired and everything like that. I think that we need to be more aggressive towards people that do that. We do. We need to make doing stuff like this the equivalent of posting racist stuff on the internet, forcing these like weird ideologies into video games all the time is just something that I think a lot of people don't really want. I don't think that they do, but I think that there's people that work at the studio that want to feel good about themselves, and so they put this into the game.
Yeah.
But the reality is that, are the players really asking for this type of media? Do they want this type of representation? I think
last night I was watching Nyannis. She was on Mama Akko's stream with Mizu Tamari, and they talked about Warhammer. And they said the developers of Warhammer are all pretty much woke. The difference is they listen to their audience. Even though they all mainly leftists, or they live by the leftist propaganda or woke or whatever, they listen to their audience. Those frames, some of them shouldn't be caked up the way they are. The gameplay is actually fun. I haven't played Warhammer Warframe in a long time, but the times I have played it, it has been fun. And Ember,
I think overwhelmingly the answer is not even that they don't care. I think the answer actually is no. I think a lot of people don't want social messages in video games
it's a great time
that
if you wanna
directly
get the
correlate
breakdown
with
of what
real
happened to
life,
Bungie.
like connections. Like, and there's a really big difference too about, like, for example, having a video game where a sexuality of a character is like part of the core understanding of like what the character's complexity is, and it exists on its own, and it's interesting, right? And there's video games that cover things like sexuality, sexism, things like racism. Like, there are games that cover these topics really, really well. But the problem is that modern video games, and I think that Western studios just don't have the maturity.
It's too much in your face. They don't like the thing I could think of was Dragon Age Dark Ages. And the dragon person, Toph, or whatever the hell that dragon person was, when the parent had sat down at the table and it was like, yeah, by the way, I'm non-binary. It was like, wait, what? And they tried to make it seem like the mother was the problem, but it wasn't the mother, because the mother was asking questions. The mother was legit saying, okay, so explain to me what you are. If you're neither a girl or a boy, what are you? And they then went off on the mother and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, so y'all trying to make the mother looks like the bad person, but what I see is the non-binary dragon, whatever the hell this thing is the problem. So that's not how you do it. What game handled an issue like this, and they did it pretty well? I don't remember. But as we notice, right, there are games that did something like this a lot better than what we are currently getting. I just don't remember it.
To do that. They don't have the maturity to tell a story like Metal Gear Solid. They don't have the maturity to tell a story like Metaphor ReFantazio. They don't have the maturity to tell a story like, I don't know, like those are Final Fantasy 16. So they can't add in minority characters or diverse characters of like non-heteronormative sexualities. They can't add those characters into the story because they don't view those people as people. They view them as like a like Chuck E. Cheese has like the mouse running around. It's like a mascot, right? Oh ho ho ho.
Okay.
Or Goofy at fucking Disney World.
Damn.
That's the way they treat them, right? Is they treat them like they're like basically fucking like cartoons or something like that. So yeah, they view them as social accessories, exactly. And I think this is a huge problem, and it's a huge problem for these minority groups too, because I think that, like, for example, this is going to be maybe like a hot take, but I think that the hardline push by like virtue signalers to get people to accept stuff like trans.
Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. Oof. I mean, Cyberpunk 2077 has trans character in it, and I'd argue it was well done side mission. Nothing amazing, but good. Yeah. Okay. And there's ways to do it without it just being over. Okay, so like Spider-Man 2. I've often talked about Spider-Man 2 when they had the the gay couple and how that made no sense whatsoever. Not the story, not that the fact that we're helping a gay dude, but the fact is, why is this gay dude nervous to ask his already boyfriend to the prom? They've already been on dates. They've already had their first kiss. So why are we helping him ask his partner on to go to the prom when they've already been out together? The better way to do that would have been either Miles or Peter Parker, because both of them are dealing with this in both of them are in a relationship. Well, Miles is trying to get into the relationship with whatever her name is, and Peter's with MJ. So it should have been a random event. You swing it around and and I say the roof of a building. Hear me out before people try to clip that and say, yeah, I'm alluding to something when I'm not. It should be a random event on the roof of the building, and you swing in, you see it, you go down because somebody's standing on the roof crying, and it should be like an interaction cutscene. Hey man, what's going on? Hey, I care about this person. We've been talking this, that, and the third, but I don't think they, like me how I like. I don't think they feel the same way I feel about them. Oh well, who is her? Well, it's not a her, it's a he. Oh, so from there's a difference. But here's how both Miles or Peter can relate. Because both of them are superheroes. Miles can relate because the girl he's talking to at the time really don't know him. She knows that he's Spider-Man, but she don't fully understand that he's, that he does what he do. So he can come at it from that angle. And Peter Parker from his relationship with Mary Jane and how he felt, with him being a nerdy and a nerdy dude, and her being the girl next door, but super freaking hot. And their relationship was based off them being friends and then progressed over. That's how he can relate. It's like, hey, it's best to just be yourself and be honest with that person, and let them know how you truly feel. And if they accept it, that's great. That's awesome. Then y'all can proceed on. If not, then unfortunately you got to let either you can just keep the friendship, or you can go some or it ends there. Thank you for the 500 kick, Nyanus. Welcome, Mama Buttcat. I could have seen this more of a thing if that couple had not been out in public before prom night. Exactly, it made no sense because they already had dated. What up, my bigger? What up, my mama bigger? And that's what I'm saying. It made no sense. Y'all already been out on a date. Y'all already had a kiss. So what sense does it make that we need to help you ask your boyfriend out on the prom? Y'all already been out. so it would have been better had they have been hanging out as friends that haven't done anything, on that level, and the dude really likes him, and it's like, well, hey, I'm gay, and I don't know if he's gay, or if I want to know if he would like me, that's the way to do it. I'm gay. I don't know if he's gonna accept me for who I am, and I'm not sure if he's gonna pursue me in this type of relationship outside of friends. And that's how Spider-Man, both either Miles or Peter, could have related to him. Thank you for the subscribe on oh shit. Thank you for the subscribe on Kid Yunuka. Thank you. I need to fix that. I need to fix my sound alerts, bro. I love the Really? Oh snap. Oh wait, I gotta get Oh snap. Thank you for the gifted sub, Nyanus. Thank you. Thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Oh, Mama Buttcat coming in spoiling me. But that's how you do it. Because one, that's the way that us as the player can relate to the situation of, because we was once there. We was once there, either gay or not. We once had a person that we was friends with that we wanted to pursue a relationship, past friends, and we wasn't sure. Hang on, I gotta kill my model because my damn shark robot. I need to reset the time on this thing. I'm too lazy to reset the time. And my robot is taking forever to. Yeah, it's gonna be fast if I just hit the button. You gotta love when apps take forever to load. You love these emotes? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love them too. I love them too. The person that did a great job with them. But yeah, that's how you do it. Because not only does Spider-Man himself, either Miles or Peter Parker, can relate to this individual on the terms of, I'm somebody different. I'm not sure if this person is going to accept me for who I really am, and I don't know if a relationship can pursue with this person. That's not from a gay thing. That's from like I said, I like this person more ways than one. I'm not sure if this person is going to accept me for who I really am. That's something the player themselves can relate to because we all been there. That's how you do it. That's how you connect. That's how you connect to a LGBTQ situation. You make it to where this is experience that everyone has dealt with, not just throw it in your face and just say, "Yeah, they're gay. Yeah, they already been out on dates, but you know." It's no, that doesn't make sense.
And like gay stuff, like even non-binary. I think
Is X paying good? I haven't been monetized yet on X. So I wouldn't know what to tell you. I know Naenis, she got paid on X, and she said her first check was super good. I think as long as you get the engagement, X will one day start paying for itself. So basically, just you just got to get the engagement.
that the hardline push to do that and like the really heavy-handed approach to it that seemingly can't be criticized inside of mainstream media circles, I actually think that's hurt those movements. I do. I think it's hurt those movements in a really big way. And I think that it's taken, like, a lot of people would think that, like, it's silly to cross-dress, but I don't think that they had, like, any sort of, like, real, like, genuine animosity. Whereas now, I think that a lot of people actually do have genuine animosity.
Yeah, we're tired of seeing it everywhere. We're tired of seeing it in our games. We're tired of seeing it in our movies, our TV shows. It's everywhere. And it's like, bro, it's like politics. I'm tired of seeing politics everywhere.
And hostility towards those groups of people because of how much that media has been pushed, right? They're high on SSRIs. Yeah, it's like you're pushing it too much. That's really it. Even Asmon, was Asmon a burp when talking? I don't know, that's a good question. But yeah, anyway, so a lot of old school gay people do not like all the trans stuff. Well, I think being trans, like, so this is my opinion, right? Is that I think that LGBT should not be LGBT. I think that there should be gay and there should also be trans and non-binary, right? Because being gay is just how you see other people, and being trans and non-binary is how you see yourself. So, like, fundamentally, these are two very different groups of, like, problems, and they're two very different groups of asks in society.
I can see where he's going. I can see where he's going with it. I don't know. Like, I'm not LGBTQ, even though I joke and say I'm a lesbian. So that'd be more of a better question for Pixel and Talanish. I think it should work. I just think the T's should stop pushing everything on, like pushing their issues on everybody. Just let basically how I was early 2016. I argued for gay rights as far as like marriage wise. I think it shouldn't matter who you want to be married to as long as it's another consenting adult. Have at it. And when it comes to like tax purposes in the eyes of the government, homosexual marriage shouldn't be treated different than a heterosexual marriage. It should all be applied the same when it comes to like tax purposes and like distinguishing like wills or trustees or whatnot. If one party dies, who gets all their assets and all that stuff. Now, when it comes to the church and all that, you're on your own on that one. I can't argue for a church to agree with your marriage. Only from the government aspects of it. The church, nah. In many modern Western games, the character is gay before the character is often being gay, or only thing the character would be about. Yeah, haven't you heard? No, I haven't heard about that. And yeah, when you lead off with that, it's like, okay, what else about this character other than gay? It's like, no, we need to have badass characters. We need to have some characters that we need to be characters that happens to be gay, not gay first. Black people are the part of the LGBTQ community. Plus, Not really. They want us to be part bad. No, the black people are conservative. They're not really cool with how can I say this without sound like a dick or sound like an ass? mm, black people are not really into the LGBTQ as much as the media portrays it. But it's one of them situations to where that's not what we want. But hey, you're free to do you, buddy. The politics of the LGBTQ stuff I never cared about until they forced it on me so much that I've had to care about it. Exactly. I've seen it in the flag. Oh yeah, they try to incorporate all that. Nah, black people not really into the LGBTQ stuff. That's a lie. That's a lie. Black people are conservative as hell. They're conservatives as hell. They just brainwashing to think, going with the whole Democrat things. Black people are not really into the LGBTQ stuff. And that's the media, that's the news, that's all that. Astro Blaster, what's up? What's up?
Like, gay people want to have the same rights as everybody else. A trans person wants to have the rights as somebody that they're not, right? It's like the opposite gender. They want to have the right to go into a woman's bathroom. They want to have the right to be, like, treated as a woman in women's spaces.
Joking.
Like
oh,
okay.
okay.
Or something like that. So fundamentally, their problems and the asks that they have on society are just fundamentally, like, completely different. No,
I think to solve this issue with the whole bathroom thing is just to make a family or a neutral bathroom where anybody can go into and do what they do. I think it should be separate. Now, there's an argument of, okay, if you was to see Blair White, would you force Blair White to go into the men's restroom? No, I wouldn't, because Blair White actually did the surgery, and she actually... Here's how I think about it. If I look at you and I don't second guess it, then I think you're clear to go. Just like I wouldn't look at Buck Angel, who looks exactly like a man. I wouldn't look at him if he was and say, "Oh, that's a woman," and he went into the men's restroom. Everyone is part of the LGBTQ, so now no one is a part of the LGBT. I mean, yeah, but I think with the whole bathroom issue, it should be It should be male, female, neutral, or one of those rooms for like families or something like that. Like those bathrooms are typically neutral. So that's what I think to solve that issue. Or yeah, you got to do a little bit more than the basic. You can't look like me with long hair and then try to go to the men to the females restroom. Don't take your ass to the males restroom. Ladies, you can't get a short haircut and dress like a boy. You want to go to the men's restroom? Nope, take your ass to the females restroom.
LGBT line is drawn at T. Yeah, exactly. How can you be bi if there's more than two genders? I think it's just a holdover from back before the the world went completely insane. But yeah, that's it. You recover the Dave Chappelle skit about LGBT? Oh, he's had a lot of them. He has. So like that's generally the way that I see it. Is that Tim Dillon's rant about this same issue? He's a gay comedian. I didn't even know Tim Dillon was gay. I have no idea. But like overall, I think that people just generally don't want to. They don't want to have to, like, whenever you're around a gay person, you don't have to behave differently in any sort of a way. But like when you're around a trans person, you do. And I think the difference is that you have to use language and vocabulary that you might not necessarily be familiar with. Or
okay, that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to pause it too much, but yeah, that was the whole original thing. Like, hey, we exist. Hey, we just want to move on about our lives without being bothered or without being mistreated. And he's right when it comes to like certain and Astro Blazer and Lucian Wolf. Yeah, you guys are right when it comes to certain individuals that's bad actors that wants to they want the attention, so they want you to go by they them pronouns or this, that, and the third. Like I said, I'm a visual person. If I see Blair White and I see as a woman and I don't have to second guess, I'm gonna likely call Blair White a she, even though I know that's a man. Buck Angel, that's a woman, but I look at Buck Angel, I see a dude, so I'm likely to call him he. Like, I'm not gonna look at you and you look like me with a wig on and be like, oh, that's a girl. No, use a boy. I think black and brown stripes are the new pride flag is there because they would say black and brown people are more homophobic than a black person happen to be gay. Are more prone to homophobia. Oh, I passed that up, but more prone to, yeah, they are. Black people don't. I'm telling you the truth. Black people do not. They're not cool with homosexual activities and stuff like that. Like I said, they're not cool with it, but you do you, boo boo. And you agree with the sentiment, but what's causing the issue wouldn't care. They will still go into the wrong, and they should be punished. If you go into the wrong women's, if you don't pass the visual test and you go into the wrong persons, you should get kicked out. You should get kicked out. Now, I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't go as far as say you should be jailed and stuff like that. But if you go in there, you should be trespassed, or you should get kicked out. You should be like, hey, don't do that no more. You go to this restroom. You haven't been near a lot of gay people, but the one that I know are cool with using any language you want. I mean, it's one of those situations to where I'm cool with it too. Just don't try to force me to do it. If John is transitioning to Juliana, and they come up to me and say like, "Hey, bro, I'm starting my life now as a woman. I'm transitioning. I would like for you to start referring to me as she, and my new name is Juliana." Most people would agree to that. Most people are like, okay, that's cool. I'll start, calling you she and Juliana. There's a difference between, hey, bro, I'm about to be trans, so you must call me she, her now, and you must call me Juliana. Fuck off, bro. I'm not doing that shit, John. That's how it is. When you try to force people to do it, people are going to fight back versus saying, hey, could you call me this? I would like for you to call me this. It's all of a conversation. And then the people who are not comfortable with doing the whole pronoun things, most people that are not comfortable will say, hey, I won't call you the pronouns, but I'll call you by the new name that you want to be called. There's ways to work around it than by outright forcing people to, to say a particular language,
comfortable with or you agree with. Like, just because somebody, for example, puts on makeup, it doesn't make them a woman, right? It's just not the way it works. And so, like, yeah, I mean, especially because, like, you can just say that you're trans, and so does that automatically mean that you're trans? I don't think that's really true. So the problem that I have with this is that you have, let me take this back to Destiny, because I'm going really off topic right now, is that, like, I think people just get fatigued by seeing things like this. They do. Mm-hmm. They get fatigued by seeing this stuff. And I wish that we could go back to where pride was something that, like, some guys celebrated that were gay, and it was a cool thing that you could be like, okay, yeah, this is a cool thing, and yeah, I'm happy that you guys can be yourselves. But, like, now that it's like a corporate approved mandatory worship session with certain companies like Bungie, for example, I think that it kind of takes away from the real essence of what it is, right? Agreed? Yeah, definitely, right? I mean, because, I've never really been I'm not really against pride, but I am against pride when it's something that's being enforced by all of these different companies. Yeah. Because at that point,
I agree 100%. I'm not against pride. Like, I'm a live and let live person. Do you have fun? Just stop throwing it in my face and stop forcing me to be a part of it. It fucks with my autism, so I just use whatever language I grew up with using. Okay, that's understandable.
Becomes basically mandatory celebrations for leftist politics. They're being orchestrated through large companies and corporations, and I don't like that. I think that's ridiculous. So that's why I hate it. Yeah, I'm not even against pride. I don't think that's a big deal at all. I just don't want to see it plastered all over everything and every company trying to make money off of it. I find it to be just kind of disgraceful. So yeah, everybody is basically happy about this. Were there any Latin? Wait, what?
The fuck is that?
Being Latin AEOX? Latin X. That's a slur. That's I know that. Yeah, is more than just a location on the map.
The hell is all this? I know Latina. Huh? Latina what the fuck is this? I know they try to pull the whole Latin X thing. The Latino and Latino. What the hell is the E? What the hell is that?
Just as being Hispanic is more than just the language that we might speak, we are proud to introduce our newest idea, Latin at Bungie. So this is what you guys did, is you spent all of this time and energy around, and also you might think that this stuff doesn't matter, but here's the problem. In order for a company to manifest this on social media, the entire, what's the word for it? What's the way to explain it? The entire company culture has to be basically.
I found out that the government is subsidizing a lot of this stuff. I know our tax dollars went to like games that pushed this whole woke agenda. What was it? The 1948 Vosvaldo, whatever the hell. The one game that gave us Amelia, that was government funded. Dustborn, Midnight of South or something like that. I know Dustborn was funded. Midnight, and it was another game that came out. Like the words don't feel right for me in my mouth if you know you're a man, but you're telling me to call you female. Mm-hmm.
Positively surrounding.
Like I said, for most people, it's a visual thing. If I can look at you and I see a female and I don't question that you're a man, then likely I'm gonna call you man. But if I look at you and you look just like me with a wig on, yeah, I'm like, okay, bro, okay. White liberals did try to say that Latin is a gender-neutral version of Latino, which is BS as the language is fully gendered. Yeah. How is you as a white individual going to tell a Spanish-speaking person about their language? And the Spanish-speaking people are saying no. Latina, Latino. There's no Latin or Latinx or Latinx. There's Latina and Latino. And these are the same people that would say cultural appropriation while they're appropriating somebody else's culture. Or are they trying to control the language of somebody else's culture?
Yes. And I think that's the main thing, is that there is probably a culture of toxic positivity around this behavior at the company. So it's not like anybody can say that this is, like, oh, just a handful of social media interns. I think that many of these companies have this as basically the policy. It's a costing apparatus to support this. Yeah, as a Latino, I take that as a slur. I mean, I don't know. Like in Texas, we just call them Mexicans, right? Because 99% of them are Mexicans. But other
Don't do that. You call a Hispanic a Mexican or a Mexican Hispanic and watch that be ready to throw hands. Please do not do that.
than that, like, I wouldn't call somebody Latino. I would say that they're El Salvadoran. I'd say they're Mexican. I'd say they're Peruvian, right? I mean, like, I guess I don't really use the Latino, like, word a lot, right? But Hispanic, yeah, we use Hispanic. Yeah, we did use Hispanic a lot. But, Latin or whatever you want to call it, right? And
I've seen Mexicans say that they're ready to be called before they be called Latinx. Spanish, by definition, is a binary gendered language. Literally, there is no or very few neutral words exactly. It's Latino, Latina, la mujer, hombro, hembro, I think. Because one of them is brothers and one of them is male. Hija. I think that's female. Little girl. Hija. I forgot what was the boy. What was the word for boy? God, I need to get back on my Rosetta Stone. I'm fine with Latin X if you're referring to extreme sports that Latinos pioneered. Yeah, I can see that. E? No, I think it's Hije. I think Eo, Nija. Nosotros, nosotras. What else? Abuelo, abuela. Hombro, mi hombro. That's brother, and Umbra sister. I forgot what sister is, but yeah, it's too many words that specifically says male, female. There's there's even doctora, doctor. It's still different because in America, doctor is just doctor. That's it. Binary male or female. But in Spanish, they actually say doctor and doctora.
And I don't know, but anyway, just say Hispanic. Yeah, I guess so, right? But anyway, so this is the way that Bungie was doing things. This is what they were focusing on, and this was the company ethos. This is what they were about. And guess
If
what?
memory
You
serves
bring
as a
in
rule,
a
it
bunch
ends with an
of
O,
social
it's
justice
masculine.
Karens into a video game
it's an N,
that want
it's
to
feminine.
use
Yep.
it as a vehicle for them to feel good about themselves,
If it's
pretending
a
to care about their token minority pets. Well, then this is what you get. You get 50% reduction in workforce, and all these people are now fired. And I think that's really funny. I think it's great. I'm happy to see this. This is a moment of support to developers. If someone you see was a former Bungie dev and you have the ability to boost their work, now is the time to do it. Maybe, maybe not, unless they're bad. And this really sucks, man. Expected after all the rumors and news, but it still sucks. Hoping everyone can bounce back quickly. I'm not. I don't know why people do this virtue signal around hoping that developers that made bad video games and contributed to a decline in quality of a company.
I mean, look at that profile picture. That profile picture says a lot right now.
Company end up finding good employment. Why would you want them to find another job so they can just fuck up another game over there too?
Yes.
I don't want them to find another
It's because their politics align, so that's it.
job. I want them to go to Section 8 housing and collect unemployment. And
Nah, I ain't paying for that. Nope.
maybe they can work at McDonald's if they're really smart, you know? These people are Destiny only streamers. They're just saying that because it's their main game. I guess, I get that makes sense. Yeah, sure, that's fine. It sure is a high cost to shunning straight white males and going all in on third world gender communism. I think this is absolutely true. And also, like, by the way, I'm so glad and I'm so proud of everybody for being so toxic. I really am. These people, I think you have to keep in mind that these purple-haired, weird, freak, social justice, virtue signaler, liberal women that are coming into our video games, they are the colonizers, okay? They are the conquistadors. We are the native people of video games.
Send them to the streets and use cardboard for their sheets.
We have been here for the entirety of video games, and they are coming in like a fucking...
Just like any other job, if you fail at producing a job, you shouldn't be at that job no more. Sorry, don't. That's how it usually happens. Classic Asmongold. If they were really smart, they would just have made their own game that wouldn't have ruined something else. They do make their own games. They tried. Dustborn failed. South of Midnight failed. What was another game that had all that stuff? Mixtape failed. It was another game that they made. It released right with Dustborn. I can't remember, but everybody was crapping on that game too. I can't remember the game for the life of me, because the biggest one was everybody was crapping on Dustborn the most. But yeah, they've tried to release those games and they all failed. That's why they go into the industries where it's highly recognizable, like Justice League killed Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Spider-Man, Wolverine, because they're not the X-Men, they're the X-Team. That's Sweet Baby Inc. What else that they have infected? Assassin's Creed Shadows. Forspoken. No, Forspoken came out that came out years ago. It was a different game. I think it was by the same people that made Forspoken. But no, it came out right around with it came out before Dustborn or right after it. Is that weird that a game that nobody liked? No. I mean, when you try to make a game for everyone, you end up making a game for no one. You just make a good video game. Focus on gameplay. Focus on the story. Most people are willing to forgive bad graphics if the gameplay is fun and if the story is good. If you want to put top-notch banger graphics in there, then fine, by all means, yeah. But if you don't zero in on the gameplay, and if you don't zero in on the story, then you really have nothing. And that's what these people are failing to realize. They want to focus on how can we shoot the message? How can we inject the message, and not gameplay, not character building, not story building. It's the message. And that's why a lot of these companies are failing.
Colonizer, and they're trying to change our games.
If you built it for
And
a
I
good,
don't like
if you built a good product, they will come. Exactly. What was the game about vampire that kind of looked for? Oh, Red Dawn or something like that. Midnight. What was that game? Hang on, let me see. It might not even be back on Steam. It was Red Moon or something like that. Some crap like that. Let me see. Why
I don't like it at all. And thank God we're getting rid of them. The Chud, somebody said in chat, the Chud Reconquista. I like that. That sounds good. And every single one of these companies that gets shut down, that fails, and that stumbles, I think we want to rub their face in it as much as possible and make it so obvious that this culture and this environment that they've created is toxic to making money, and it will result in absolute failure. And the more that you do that, the more effective it will become. So yeah, I'm very happy about it. And Conquistadors, I remember that. Yeah, it was funny. A W day for Supreme Court. Yeah, they destroyed the movie industry. We won't let it happen to games. Well, people just simply aren't buying the games. I think that's really what's happening, and they just lose interest in it. So yeah, it looks like Bungie has done a massive layoff, and I think that's not really a big surprise. I'll see if there's anything else here. Bungie, where is it here? And yeah, 62%. Has laid off a significant amount of staff following the final update for Destiny 2. Sony Interactive confirms the cut. Of course they did. Bungie, as part of PlayStation, has suffered significant layoffs, including most of the Destiny team and some on Marathon 2. There are over 400 people in Bungie's current layoff call.
Damn.
Can you imagine that? All right, everybody join the call. Wait, why is there 100 people? Oh, no. Oh, no. CEO also stepped down. I didn't see that.
I can't find the game. I don't remember what it was called, but I know what you're talking about. That game was a buggy mess. Let's see. What was that game? The Vampire. No, I read that one. The decline of a company. Asman is overlooking a bit. That is a lot of people that used to work for the original Halo that are no longer at Bungie. So that should a company name even have? It's a ship of Theseus, but we can actually tell that it's not the same thing. I don't even think that game. I don't even think that's right to ship Theseus. Actually, stood for something in which the people tore down and built in this place. Yeah. I don't even think. Yeah, I agree with Renaissance. It's not even Redfall. Thank you, Ruby. Redfall. That's what it was. That was that vampire game. By the way, you listening in? Bet. Thank you, Ruby. Yeah, it was Redfall. That was that game that was like trash. That it was a buggy mess. That thing, and it had those elements of all that too. And then you have Concord. You have all that stuff, and people are not trying to see all that. Learn from Marvel Rivals. Learn from Warframe. People want to play games, and they want to see hot characters. Learn from God of War. People want to play a buffed up dude that's killing gods. Even if his wife, they should have just left her alone. Why did they have to update her face to make her look like the way she does? Her original model was great already. All they had to do was just take that model, put it in the game, and make good gameplay. I don't know about the whole cube thing, but that's pretty much it. But let me see.
Bungie died long ago. Yeah, the Bungie CEO stepped down. Is that true? I don't know about any of this. But his CEO on Destiny, Sony Interactive must have been laid off. Oh, wow. Yeah, Bungie studio head Justin Truman. Oh, bald. Yeah, okay, so Baldy got removed. And beware of over-delivery. You're creating patterns.
Come on, Asmund. That looks like you. That looks like you in about 5 years, buddy. Come on.
I don't know what any of this is. Should have tried to deliver your loyal customers. Yeah. And this fucker,
That's crazy.
I don't have any opinion on him, right? I can't go and say like, okay, this guy's gonna do a way better job or anything. And this is the guy that's taking over. I mean, he's got way better hair, right? He's immediately got way better hair. Now, does that translate to making a better video game? I really
He should have played Snapes for the new HBO series for the new Hogwarts. That's Snapes right there.
don't know, right? But like, yeah, who knows, guys? Looks like
Yeah, I really don't have an opinion on that either. I mean, is he's going to do a better job at Bungie? I don't know.
a femboy. Not really. Guy's a bit too old for that. But yeah, sure. They did a tank swap. Maybe they did. I guess we'll have to find out. Jason's
Like, look at that character design. Who wants to play something like that? That looks like something you shoot in the face. That don't look like something you want to play as. Like, what is that? And then you see the person standing next to it. It's like, okay, I see why.
Schreier reports that most of the layoffs affected the Destiny development team, some Marathon team members, and some Sony employees who worked with Bungie. So it was basically everybody.
Sorry for the abrupt Russia. I got to end the stream right here. I got stuff that I need to do. I'm way past my time. An idiot who doesn't play games. That's who. Exactly. All right. Thank you everybody for coming to the stream. Thank you everybody for chilling with me. We're gonna go ahead and react. I'm gonna go ahead and rate you guys to Mama Butt Cat. So let's go ahead and send y'all to Miss Nyanus. Have a good one. Thank you. You guys too. I will catch you guys tomorrow. 2 times we're going to be collabing with Mooberry. We're going to be doing a Yap and Chill section with her. And then we're also going to do another, we're going to do a extension or a continuation with Jigs the Play Doctor of our interview. And then we're going to play with Midnight. Going to be a game that I'm playing for the first time is Escape the Backrooms. So we're going to have fun and we're going to do that. But thank you everybody for coming through. Thank you everybody for chilling with me. I'm going to go ahead and send y'all to Mama Buttcat, Miss Nyanus on both both Kick and Twitch, since I can't rate nobody on YouTube yet. So thank you all again. It was fun. I love having y'all here. Thank you guys for coming. I will see y'all next time. Or see y'all tomorrow. Peace. Like, what do you